Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Pranams. Alright, so we spent 3 days talking about the life of Raghunatha Das Gosvami. One day about his life in his childhood in Adi Saptagram. One day about his life in Jagannath Puri under the guidance of Swarup Damodar. And one day about his life in Braj with Rup Sanatan and his pastimes that were there. So now, having discussed the basis of his life, we will start discussing his book, Vilapa-kusumanjali. We're going to memorize this verse this afternoon, and we'll start hearing about it today. This is the first verse of Vilapa-kusumanjali. It says, we have a special melody for it. So, Tvam rupa manjari saki pratita puresmin pungsa parasya varanam nahi pashyasiti bimbadare kshatamanagatha bhartrikaya yatte vyadahi kimutach chuka pungavena. Vilapa-kusumanjali, verse number 1. So this is Raghunatha Das Gosvami writing. It's said in this verse he's writing absorbed in his internal mood as Rati Manjari. And so he's a Manjari under the guidance of Rupa Manjari, because Rupa Manjari is the top crest jewel of the Manjaris. She is the head Manjari, you can say, chief Manjari. So Rati Manjari is under her direct guidance, and Raghunatha Das Gosvami is praying to Rupa Manjari in this verse. So there are different kinds of pranam. Generally, when you start a book, you'll offer pranam or obeisance or your respects to the most important personalities in your life. Like for us, we always offer pranam first to Srila Gurudev, to our Guru Parampara. So generally, when you start a book, you'll always offer your pranam first to your Parampara, your Gurudevs. So Raghunatha Das Goswami is offering pranam first to his transcendental Guru Manjari, Rupa Manjari. And we can see that by his verse. His Diksha Guru is Yadunandanacharya. Yadunandanacharya is the Diksha Guru of Raghunatha Das Goswami. There are 5 kinds of Guru. So first is Vardma Pradarshaka Guru, someone who brings you towards the path or brings you to Guru. Someone who shows you the path, Vardma Pradarshaka, and you should honor them. But then basically the main ones are Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, and Bhajana Guru. These are the main Gurus. Diksha Guru and Chaitya Guru. Yeah, so you have Vardma Pradarshaka Guru, Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, Bhajana Guru, and Chaitya Guru. Chaitya Guru is Paramatma in the heart. He is the indwelling witness in the heart. He can also be considered to be your conscience, what tells you to do right instead of wrong. Your moral compass. Moral compass, Chaitya Guru. Then you have Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, and Bhajan Guru. So sometimes Diksha Guru is prominent, sometimes Shiksha Guru is prominent. But Purdy says, ultimately, most prominent is your... Like we have different gurus who are teaching us in this life as if we're in a school in this world. This universe is like a university. And in this university, we are trying to train how to become qualified to enter the spiritual world and achieve our true highest potential as an Atma, soul. So Vardma Pradarshaka Guru brings us to Krishna consciousness, brings us to the path, introduces us to the philosophy. Then Diksha Guru will give us initiation. So Rupa Goswami in the 64 limbs of Bhakti says Krishna Dikshari Shikshanam. First you take Krishna Diksha, which means second initiation, Brahminical initiation, where you get different Gayatri mantras to start chanting. We also have Harinam Guru. Sometimes Harinam, in our line you have Harinam Guru and sometimes Gopal Mantra Guru and also Diksha Guru. Sometimes they may be different also. Sometimes you may have one Harinam Guru who gives you the Maha Mantra, teaches you to start chanting, and then someone else may give you Gopal Mantra, which is like the first preliminary stage. If you're not ready for full Diksha, which is many different mantras, then you can get Gopal Mantra, which is one mantra. And then later, like Prabhuji's, we won't discuss it so much, but he got Gopal Mantra from Gurudev actually. And then full Diksha mantras he got from Vama Goswami Maharaj. So first, but Diksha Guru is always respected the most like a father. When we say Acharya Guru, that Acharya Pita, Gayatri Mata, that the Guru is the father and Gayatri is the mother in our spiritual life. So that type of Guru is generally considered to be Diksha Guru, because he gives the mantra. And then Gayatri is the mother, because by the shelter of your mother you get spiritual birth. Without your mother you cannot get birth, right? So Gayatri is giving you the actual birth, but the father is giving you the Gayatri mantras. So he is considered Diksha Guru. And then you have Shiksha Guru, who is always instructing you, teaching you, guiding you like a friend and teacher. We heard yesterday from Shroti Maharaj how the Shiksha Guru sometimes will tell you to consider them to be the dear friend. With Diksha Guru you have more honor and respect, Maryada. Like, he is considered as good as God, and so you always honor him. But Shiksha Guru, he can be more like a close friend. And ultimately we want to get to the stage of what's called Lokik Sambandhuvat, developing a very close friendship as if they're your intimate friend. But then there's another category of Guru who is like your eternal Guru in the spiritual world, who has a transcendental relationship with you that is eternal. And that Guru may be your Diksha Guru, they may be your Shiksha Guru, they may be your Bhajan Guru. It's not always a formula where it is exactly that same way. So sometimes your Paramartika Guru, your transcendental Guru who is eternally your Guru, they may be Diksha Guru, but sometimes they may not be Diksha Guru. We see with Shyamananda Prabhu, his Diksha Guru is Hriday Chaitanya. But when he came to Braj, his Shiksha Guru was Jiva Goswami, and he had more attachment, or he was receiving more nourishment from Srila Jiva Goswami, his Shiksha Guru. And your transcendental Guru means in the spiritual world, which group are you present in, and who is your guide, who is your guardian amongst the different categories of associates of Radha Krishna. Then they are like your eternal Guru, and generally they will be given the most honor and regard. But until we know that, we cannot understand. So it's only that when we come to a higher level can we understand who is our transcendental Guru. And therefore we should honor all Gurus. One time Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada came to the school of Vaman Goswami Maharaj when he was a boy. It's called the Bhaktivinoda Institute. And he asked him, "Oh, who is your Guru? Who do you offer respect to?" And he said, "You are my Guru, but also my teacher here is my Guru. He's always, every day, teaching us so much. So I offer him also great respect also." So he showed, and Prabhupada was very happy seeing that he followed proper etiquette. So everyone who's helping us, they're like a teacher, you know. If you're in school and a teacher is helping you, then they're also like one kind of Guru. So when Vaman Goswami Maharaj said, "Oh, first my teacher here," then Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada was very happy. So we honor everyone, but also we don't offer everyone in the same level, because then that can become rasabas, not only rasabas, but like slight or disrespect to the transcendental Guru. For example, if you offer the same respect to the servant of the king as to the king, then this is dishonor to the king. Or if there's the guard of the palace and you offer him the same respect as you offer to the king, then it's disrespect to the king. So we offer our most deep respect to our transcendental Guru, and also to our Diksha Guru generally. And then to anyone else who's helping us, we also offer great honor. But there's the proper way in which we offer this honor. But sometimes we see like now in ISKCON, Swami Prabhupada was the Diksha Guru for the first generation of devotees, but now he is like the Shiksha Guru in ISKCON. But those devotees who come who are new, they still offer more honor to Prabhupada, who then will be their Shiksha Guru, than to their Diksha Guru. It means they offer all honor to their Diksha Guru, but still they know that in ISKCON, Prabhupada is the center. So with us also, Srila Gurudev is the center. For some devotees, he was Diksha Guru. For many, in like the first generation, when he was traveling in the West from 96 to 2010, he was mainly the Diksha Guru. And for Prabhupada disciples who came to him, he was the Shiksha Guru. And now for the new generation of devotees, they are taking a Diksha from other Gurus who are under the shelter of Gurudev. But still, Gurudev is the most prominent because he is like the Acharya of the whole institution, organization. But not only that, but he is like the transcendental Nityasiddha, eternal associate of Radha Krishna. He is the Mahabhagavat. So his students are now carrying forth his legacy and giving initiation and training and teaching. But really we can understand that it's all coming from him. Without him, then we would have no source of Shakti or energy, anything. So we offer all honor to Gurudev. But now, to getting to the point is, some people say, oh, how are you like honoring Gurudev more than your own Diksha Guru? But this is according to the same thing as Braj Leela. We see in Vilapa-kusumanjali that Raghunatha Das Gosvami, he first offered pranams. He offers pranam first to Rupa Manjari. And Rupa Goswami was not the guru of Raghunatha Das Gosvami. Also, Raghunatha Das Goswami spent most of his time in Puri. So you would say that he should offer pranam like to Swarup Damodar or to Mahaprabhu, because Mahaprabhu put him in the guidance of Swarup Damodar. But in Braj Leela, Swarup Damodar is Lalita Sakhi and Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari. So Rupa Manjari has a closer connection to Rati Manjari. Lalita is like the next level, like Param Guru. Rupa Manjari is her direct Guru Sakhi. So first he offers pranam to Guru Sakhi. But also in Braj, the Manjaris don't have this relationship that is like a formal relationship between disciple and Guru. It's not like Rati Manjari goes and offers pranam to Rupa Manjari, you know, and does Guru Puja. Guru Puja is only by her heartfelt love and her loyalty, her Guru Nishta. She has that. But externally, in Braj, there's no formal worship. Even they don't formally worship Krishna. They perform Krishna's arti with their eyes and with their love. And Yashoda will perform Krishna's arti, but to check, oh, is he healthy? Does he have any scratches when he comes back from the forest? And also it's very auspicious to do arti. It says it prolongs one's life and it gives auspiciousness. So they do arti like that. But it's said that when you're offering pranam in Braj, there's different kinds of pranam. Like in this world, we offer pranam with honor, with respect, with more like Vaidhi Bhakti. But when Raghunatha Das Goswami is offering pranam to Rupa Manjari, he's offering it with this special kind of rag bhakti, with spontaneous love and attraction that is in the mood of the Brajavasis, very sweet and very crooked and full of sweetness. So we can read it. It's not an ordinary kind of pranam. So we heard, when you start a book, you offer pranam to who's the most prominent personalities that are helping you, guiding you and nourishing you. And so Raghunath is offering pranam first to Rupa Manjari. In the later verses, he offers pranam to Mahaprabhu, to Swarup Damodar, to Yadananda Acharya. He offers pranam to everyone, but he starts with Rupa Manjari. But he says it in a very sweet and crooked way. And a lot of the essences of the nature of the Manjaris is included within the first verse. So he says, O Rupa Manjari Sakhi, Tvam Rupa Manjari Sakhi, you are very famous in Braj as supremely chaste. You never look pungsa parasya vadanam nahi pashyasi. You don't even look at the face of another man besides your husband. So it said bimba darek shatamanagata bartrikaya, and yet on your bimba fruit-like lips, there appears that they have been bitten, like by some kind of expert parrot. Bimba darek shatamanagata bartrikaya yatte vyadahi kimutaksh chukapungavena. So it's actually that last line says, oh, perhaps this was done by the best of parrots. So in this case of the best of parrots, she's referring to Krishna. Why is he considered to be like a parrot? Because the Brajagopis, the lips are always like red bimba fruits. Bimba fruits are very red, like there's no need for lipstick. Automatically they're very red and shiny and effulgent. So it's said that the parrots like to taste ripe fruits. So he came and tasted the fruit. But so Raghunath is saying this is very astonishing because, oh, Rupa Manjari, you are the most chaste girl in Braj. You never look at the face of any man. And your husband is far away from home. He's been on some business for some time. So how is it that you have a cut on your lips? So this is how they offer pranam. They said he's not like, oh, offering pranam and doing parikrama and offering arti. He's doing it this way, and it's almost like, you could say, like a teasing manner. Sounds like he's teasing. How is it possible that this happened? And there's many levels of how he's teasing, because on one hand, we know this is like more esoteric, but the Manjaris, they never meet with Krishna directly. It's not that they never meet, but they don't desire to ever meet with Krishna. So this is a subtle thing we need to understand. It's that, on one hand, okay, so first we'll talk about the 5 kinds of Sakhis, and this is something we'll need to memorize, because it'll give us a more understanding of this point. That how is it that did Krishna actually come and kiss her? Or was it a reflection of Krishna's meeting with Radhika that appeared on her body? Because different things can be going on simultaneously. So, first we need to understand the 5 kinds of Sakhis. Let's see what time it is. Okay, we have like 15 minutes. So, there are 5 kinds of Sakhis or friends of Radhika. Okay, the first kind is called Sakhi, simple. Okay, second kind is called Priya Sakhi, Priya Sakhi. Sometimes also called Narnama Sakhi, but Priya or Narnama is the same. Priya. Then you have Priya Narnama Sakhi, also known as Param Preshta Sakhi. Some of them have different names, but mainly we'll just learn the basic version, which is Sakhi, Priya Sakhi, Priya Narnama Sakhi, Nitya Sakhi, and Prana Sakhi. Okay, so these are 5 kinds of Radhika's friends in Braj. So the Sakhi is, so of the Sakhis, then some have more attachment to Radha and some have more attachment to Krishna. Some are equal. So the first level of the Sakhi, they are called Krishna Sneha Adika. They have more, Sneha means affection and Adik means greater. So they have greater attraction or affection to Krishna than for Radhika. But they are still like Radhika's best, like very close friends. So of these categories, it's said that there are many different Sakhis in this category, but the main ones we know of are called Danishta and Vindhya. Vindhya. Yeah, it's like that, Vindhya. So anyhow, they have many different services we'll hear about more later. Danishta will also bring Krishna's prasad remnants to Radhika and the gopis to take after he's eaten. So she's also like a close confidant and friend. And she knows of all the Madhurya pastimes, but her heart is a little bit more, like on the scale, a little bit more leaning towards Krishna. But for us it's hard to understand because her love for Radhika is infinite, but still there's a little bit more attraction to Krishna. It's not like we should think, oh, she doesn't love Radhika as much or so much. Our love, like what our hearts have the capacity to love, it's very stunted now. It's very small because our real soul consciousness is now dormant. And so we think we have some kind of love in this world, but that love is very small. And it's mixed with a lot of selfishness and self-interest. But in that spiritual world, the love is like the sun, effulgent like the sun. It's said that one soul has the effulgence of millions of suns, if you can see it. And in that effulgence, there's so much capacity for love. So their love for Radhika is beyond our comprehension. And their love for Krishna is beyond our comprehension. And of those loves, then they have a little bit more leaning towards Krishna. So they are called Krishna Snehadika, and that is Danishta, Vindhya, and other gopis. Then you have the Priya Sakhis. The Priya Sakhis are described to be Sama Sneha. They have equal affection for both Radha and Krishna, equal love. Some of them are called like Sumadhyama and Kurangakshi. These are described in Ujjvala Nilamani. So they have Sama Sneha, which means equal love and affection. And then you have the Priya Narnama Sakhis or the Param Preshta Sakhis. And prominent of the Priya Narnama Sakhis are the Asta Sakhis. Lalita, Vishaka, Chitra, Champakalakta, Ranga Devi, Sudevi, Induleka, and Tangavidya. They are the Asta Sakhis. And it's said that their love is Sama Sneha. They have equal love for Radha and Krishna. But they consider themselves to be more in Radha's group. Like they know, I am Radha's party. I am in her group. But they have love for Radha and Krishna the same. And sometimes the Sakhis, they will meet with Krishna also. This is another thing, but we'll discuss it in a minute. Basically, so you have the Asta Sakhis and other Sakhis in their group who are Param Preshta or Priya Narnama Sakhis. You can just remember them as Priya Narnama Sakhis. So Priya Narnama Sakhi means the close or you can say the dearmost. Sakhi means a friend, and Priya Sakhi means a very dear friend. Priya Narnama Sakhi means the most dear friend. And then you have Nitya Sakhi and Prana Sakhi. Nitya Sakhi means a constant companion. Someone who is you're always with you. And Prana Sakhi means a life companion. Someone who is like your life and soul. Prana Sakhi. So the Nitya Sakhis and the Prana Sakhis are considered to be mostly the Manjaris. Both these categories. Nitya and Prana Sakhis are Manjaris. Of these two, some are considered to be. Why are there two names? Because there's two categories. One is like Manjaris, they're always with Radhika. They don't spend time here and there so much otherwise. They like to spend all their time with Radhika. But some are considered to be Sadhan Siddhas and some are considered to be Nitya Siddhas. Generally, the Pran Sakhis are all considered Nitya Siddhas, eternal associates. And so it said even though they have like equal position, the Nitya Siddhas, who are eternal associates of Radharani, they're a little bit more exalted. And someone who has achieved that position through sadhana, through practice of spiritual life, then they are not on the same level of Rupa Manjari. Like when Sajan becomes Manjari, if he becomes a Manjari, then he's not going to be on the same level as Rupa Manjari. But he will also be a Manjari. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. So this is the difference, is that now in Braj, they're not going to say like one is given less respect or anything. But in some actually pastimes, only the Nitya Siddhas can go. In some pastimes, Sadhan Siddhas and Nitya Siddhas will go. Sadhan Siddhas, those who have achieved perfection through practice or through special mercy or grace, like Kripa. And some are those who have achieved perfection through their own practice and a mixture of mercy. So like in the Vasanta Ras pastimes in Govardhan, in the spring season, only the Nitya Siddhas go. They are mostly Radhika and her own bodily expansions. The personal bodily expansion of Radhika is her Kaya Vyuha. They're all Nitya Siddhas, like the Sakhis are Kaya Vyuha expansions. Means they expand directly from Srimati Radhika's Shakti, her own form. So they're not in Jiva Tattva actually, they're not ordinary Jivas. Now if we, through the performance of sadhana and getting mercy, we achieve that position of Nitya Siddha, in becoming in Braj, then we're not all of a sudden Kaya Vyuha expansions of Radhika. We're jivas who achieve perfection, so we don't come directly. We still come from Shakti Parinamvad. We're still coming from the manifestation of Swarup Shakti, which ultimately comes from Radhika, but we're not on that same level that we are directly her expansions. Okay, so we'll say it one more time. These are the 5 kinds of Sakhis: are the Sakhi, the Priya Sakhi, the Priya Narma Sakhi, the Nitya Sakhi, and the Prana Sakhi. Let's say it one more time. Okay, we have the Sakhi, Priya Sakhi, Priya Narma Sakhi, Nitya Sakhi, and Prana Sakhi. So the Sakhi is Krishna Snehadika, more affection for Krishna. Then you have the Priya Sakhi, they are Sama Sneha, equal for Radha Krishna. Then you have the Priya Narma Sakhis, like the Asta Sakhis, Lita Vishaka and so forth. And they are described to be Sama Sneha, equal, but at the same time a little bit more inclined to Radha, meaning more in Radha's group. And then you have the Nitya Sakhis and the Pran Sakhis, who are the Manjaris, and they are Radha Sneha Adika. They have more affection towards Radhika, and they tend to always want to be with Radhika. So Rupa Manjari, he is a Manjari. That means that he is Radha Sneha Adika. So there's one more speciality about the Nitya Sakhi and Prana Sakhi, or the Manjaris, the handmaidens of Radhika, or maidservants. They are under the category of what's called Tattat Bhav Ichamai. So we discussed this a little bit before. You have Kamanuga Bhakti and Sambandhanuga Bhakti. In this, when you have like a spontaneous loving relationship with Krishna in Rag, not Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti means you worship God with following rules and regulations, without a great sense of love. But then you have Raganuga Bhakti, where you're worshipping only out of love. And in Raganuga Bhakti you have Kamanuga and Sambandhanuga. Those who are under the, like in the mood of Madhurya Ras, like the gopis, and those who are in the mood of like family or friends, like Vatsalya and Sakya Ras. So in Kamanuga Bhakti, Kam means spiritual love or spiritual attraction, transcendental love, Kam. It's the original form, like in this world, the perverted reflection of this in this world comes as material lust and material love. But in its pure state, it's Kamanuga, which means transcendental attraction and transcendental love for pleasing the senses of Krishna. The difference between pure love, prem, and Kam is that it said Atmandriya Pritivancha Dare Kam, Dare Bole Kam. Lust is that endeavor performed to achieve satisfaction of one's own senses, to please oneself. And prem or pure love is Krishnendriya Pritivancha Dare Premanam, to try to please Krishna, satisfy Krishna, serve the senses of Krishna. That is love. So in Braj it's pure love. And then in Kamanuga you have 2 further categories. One is Sambhog Atmika Icha and one is Tatad Bhav Icha. Sambhog Atmika means direct desire to meet with Krishna, like the Asta Sakhis, who are Priya Narma Sakhis, they'll directly meet with Krishna. And then you have the Manjaris, who are Radhika's maidservants. They are Tatad Bhav Ichamai, which means they experience meeting with Krishna through Radhika's meeting with Krishna. So when Radharani is meeting with Krishna, then the moods that Radhika experiences by meeting with Krishna are experienced by the Manjaris, because they are tad-bhav, which means that mood that Radhika has, tat-bhav, then tat-bhav. They feel that mood also, and they experience also her meeting with Krishna. So if Krishna embraces Radhika or scratches Radhika, then that will also come on the body of the gopis as like a reflection. Because they are so intimate with Radhika, they are tadatmika with Radhika, which means completely absorbed in her, one at heart with her. So when we glorify Rupa Goswami, there's one verse saying, Priya Swarupe, Daita Swarupe, Prema Swarupe, Sahajabi Rupe, Nijanu Rupe, Prabhureka Rupe, Tathanu Rupe, Svavilasa Rupe. You are so dear to Radhika, you are Priya Swarup, very dear to Swarup, Sahajabi Rup. It says, your Swarup is, because you're so absorbed in Srimati Radhika, you appear to be very similar to her in form. Because they're always absorbed in Radhika, especially Rupa Manjari. She's always absorbed in Radhika, so she sometimes takes on the appearance of Srimati Radhika. Even though she's younger, sometimes she appears just like Radhika. This is because of her absorption, so that's why I said this verse. Nijana Rupe, Prabhureka Rupe, you are like the same form also with Mahaprabhu. When he appeared as Rupa Goswami, he was always serving Mahaprabhu, so he appeared similar to Mahaprabhu. So he's called Nijana Rupe, Prabhureka Rupe, like the same form as Prabhu, Mahaprabhu. But in Braj Leela, he is very similar to Radhika. Because, why? Because she's always absorbed in thinking of Radhika, how to serve Radhika, how to please Radhika. Her only thoughts are how to satisfy Srimati Radhika. Therefore, it's said that she has this tat-tat-bhav ichamai mood. So it's said that one time, there's a pastime of the Manjaris that shows their mood. It's described in Ujjvala Nilamani. In Ujjvala Nilamani, the names we hear for the Nitya Sakhis are like Kasturi Manjari and Mani Manjari. They're two names of Nitya Sakhis. And then the Pran Sakhis, some of their names in the Ujjvala Nilamani by Rupa Goswami, some names that are given are Vasanti and Lasika, two of the names for the Pran Sakhis. Okay, so Nitya Sakhis or Mani Manjari, Kasturi Manjari and others. So it's to show their mood, one pastime is told that once Radhika sent a Manjari to speak with Mani Manjari and told Mani Manjari, oh, Radhika wants you to meet with Krishna. And she's telling you should go and meet with Krishna. And Krishna has also agreed. So they're waiting for you in this kunj. Just come with me to this kunj. Krishna is waiting to meet with you for sambhog. Sambhog means like a loving exchange, loving meeting, embracing, kissing and like that. So Manjari said, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to go. They said, why? Radhika wants you to go and meet with Krishna. Krishna is ready to also do this. So why don't you want to go? So Mani Manjari said, if someone experiences a greater form of happiness in one way, then they won't have interest in tasting a lower form of happiness. So for me, the greatest form of happiness is when Radhika meets with Krishna. I experience that completely and it satisfies me completely. I'm completely dedicated to Srimati Radhika. This is showing that she is Radha Sneha Adhika. She has more attraction and affection to Radhika. And she is in tat-tat-bhavichamai mood, which means that when Radhika meets with Krishna, she experiences that completely. So just by witnessing the pastimes. Sometimes when we sing the songs like this song, Hari Bol Boar Madan Mohan Hari Bogo. It said that Nikunjera Dwari Dwari Rahi Bogo. I will watch the pastimes of Radha Krishna from some like crack in the kunj, like thatched or the flower wall. No. Like Radhika and Krishna, when they're meeting in the Nikunja, which means the confidential grove, then sometimes there's some little gap. And the Manjaris won't be directly inside, but they can see the pastimes from outside. And seeing those pastimes, they experience complete fulfillment. And that's the greatest happiness for them. To see the meeting of Radha Krishna is the greatest happiness for the Manjaris. And so that's what they always desire. And therefore they're always trying to arrange these meetings of Radha and Krishna. That's why it said, Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Siddhai. Our Guru Parampara, in Rupa Goswami's line, they're all Manjaris. And they all desire to arrange the meeting of Radha Krishna. That's why it said, Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Siddhai. In our Gurvastakam song, it said that they work to perfect the meeting of Radha and Krishna. Therefore, they are Vande Guru Shri Charanadavinda. Therefore, we worship our Gurus. So Mani Manjari, she said, I don't want to go and meet with Krishna because I experienced the greatest happiness by seeing Radhika meet with Krishna. And if I experience the greatest happiness in one way, why will I want to go and taste a lower kind of happiness? So she spoke like that. So this is a pastime to show the difference between tat-tat-bhavichamai and sambhogichamai. With sambhogichamai, Krishna will meet with Lalita, with Vishaka, with the other gopis. And they have that Sambhogichamai desire. They're also very happy, most happy when Krishna meets with Radhika. And it said the Ashtasakis, they're all qualified to be a leader themselves, like a Yuteshwari. But still, they consider themselves to be Sakhis of Radhika. Sakhi of Radhika means they are her friends under her dominion. She is Vrindavaneshwari. Radhika is the empress of Vrindavan, and the Sakhis feel like they are just her servants, meaning her friends. But they just want to be under her guidance. But the Ashtasakis, they're all qualified to be independent from Radhika. But still, they come under the category of her friends in her group. But they sometimes will meet with Krishna in Sambhogichamai. They'll sometimes directly meet with Krishna. But the Manjaris don't have that desire. But even though they don't have that desire, sometimes Radhika will try to arrange their meeting. Sometimes to test their mood, or sometimes because she wants to share something that she loves so much with them. Because Radhika feels the greatest happiness directly with meeting with Krishna. So sometimes she wants her Manjaris to experience that. So it's said that another pastime, Gurudev says, because this is all from Gurudev's Harikatha in his darshan. It's not something we're just creating. Gurudev spoke this Harikatha in his darshans. The story of Mani Manjari, the types of the Sakhis. And he also said one time also that Radhika herself wanted Rupa to meet with Krishna. Radhika had this desire. This is what Gurudev said, that Radhika thought, oh, Rupa Manjari should meet with Krishna. And so she sent Krishna to Rupa Manjari, and Krishna went to Rupa Manjari saying, look, Radhika wants me to meet with you, to embrace you. And she said, no, don't touch me. She said, I'm only dedicated to Radhika and I don't want any meeting with you. So this is one pastime, and so Krishna accepted her desire. And Radhika was also happy because it said that Radhika has complete faith and trust in the Nitya Sakhis and Pran Sakhis. They are the Manjaris. She can send them on any seva, on any mission, to send any message to Krishna. She has complete faith in them, complete trust in them, because she knows they are only dedicated to her. They are Radha Snehadika, so she has complete trust in the Nitya Sakhis and the Pran Sakhis, who are the Manjaris. But sometimes even so, she desires that Krishna will go to the Manjaris. So it's said that in this pastime when Krishna went, and it said that there are two different understandings. One understanding is that when Krishna met with Radhika, this sign appeared on Rupa Manjari. This cut that sometimes in the meeting, in the kunj, then Krishna may cut the lips of Radhika and that will appear on the Manjaris. So it said that on one understanding that appeared because of Krishna's meeting with Radhika. But then Gurudev also said, but sometimes it will not be like that. And Gurudev said actually sometimes, or in this case, Krishna directly went. And this is an interesting pastime. I don't know if we have time to cover it completely today. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, because I don't want to do it too quickly and it's already 7. So anyhow, we'll just cover it basically. I think we'll stop here and we'll say sometimes Krishna will go and directly meet with Manjaris. But basically we'll talk about it as per what Gurudev said. Because ultimately what we're doing is we're discussing this Vilapa-kusumanjali by repeating the Harikatha of Gurudev and the Harikatha of the Vaishnavas. We're not trying to manufacture something new. I'm not self-realized. I'm just repeating what Gurudev spoke. We asked Prabhuji that, what should we study? What should we learn? He said you should learn Vilapa-kusumanjali. You should have class on Vilapa-kusumanjali. It's good. Learn these verses. So this is Prabhuji's desire. Before we were learning all these other tattvas, and we're still learning the different tattvas. But anyhow, we got up to the point of Radha Tattva, so we're learning Vilapa-kusumanjali, including it in Radha Tattva and Radha Dasyam. So we'll continue on this topic tomorrow. Now, just one thing to say is that Prabhuji said, in this case of this first verse, where it said that Radhika, Rupa Manjari has a cut on her lip, Prabhuji said that generally speaking, whenever Radhika meets with Krishna, then the signs of her meeting with Krishna will appear on all the different Manjaris. Because of their connection to Radhika. They'll experience that meeting of Radha with Krishna completely. So then he says, what is the special glory then of Rupa Manjari? Because it's common for the Manjaris. So that's why he said, in this case, directly he went. But he said that pastime is very mysterious also. It said that Radhika at first, she also desired it. And then secondly, when Krishna was going to see Rupa Manjari, he became confused, thinking, is this Rupa or is this Radha? Because Rupa is so absorbed in Srimati Radhika, she takes on an appearance like Radhika. And also Krishna was desiring to learn how to serve Radhika like the Manjari, so he wanted to take shiksha, guidance from them. But then going close, he became confused and saying, is this Rupa or Radha? And then, for being confused for a moment, he went and embraced her and kissed her on the lip. And then, as soon as that happened, then Rupa Manjari ran into the kunj and went under the shawl of Srimati Radhika and began weeping. Okay, so we'll leave it there as a cliffhanger, and we'll continue tomorrow. Vancha kalpatrubhasya kripa sindhubhya pitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.